you remember?
Do you know what? The first time we didn't meet, I played at the Bass Bash at the Now show.
Oh, right.
And you were setting up just after me. And I was playing with a UK bass player called Yolanda Charles.
Okay.
I'd been thrown in with a band I'd never met before. It was Nick Vaccaro on drums and Yo, and then I just saw you floating around at the back of the room. I was like, there's Mark Lettieri. Yeah, no, I did. And then afterwards, I sort of, I spoke, we were hanging out.
That's right.
With, Michael League was there.
And Paul was there.
Yeah, we were hanging, and you guys went on after us and played. And I think and then the next day you went on to win a Grammy, your first Grammy. That was a good.
But this is the first time we played guitar together,
yes,
though.
It is the first time we played together.
That's pretty neat.
It's quite special for me.
Oh, likewise. Shoot. I'm just really excited every time I pick it up because I have a lot of pride, a lot of effort went into putting this guitar together. But it's fun. It challenges me every day. It entices me to play and be better and make good music. Try it out with different pedals and different amps on different stages with different bands and just kind of see what all it can do. So it's been really fun the last couple of years playing this thing. What about you?
Well, for me, the very first time I played this guitar was in this very room.
Oh, really?
Yes. Fell in love with it. I was like, wow, this is incredible.
You FaceTimed me that day.
I did.
That's right.
Yeah, I did. I was like, you're not getting this back. But I use it all the time in the studio. It's a great guitar. If I'm just using one guitar on a gig, this would be the one because it covers so many bases for me. And in the studio, it's great because there's so many tonal variations I can get out of it. So, and the playability is incredible.
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really special. I mean, going back, you always kind of dream of having a guitar with your name on it, et cetera, et cetera. But it was really special to get to create it with Paul and such a great company who has such a long history of building incredible guitars. But, we kind of had a goal in mind to design a guitar that was really working for me and the kind of music that I do. But we had people like Rob in mind because we knew this was going to be a real player's guitar for working musicians who are doing all kinds of gigs. And so when he started playing, I was like, yes, not only is he an incredible guitar player, but he does all these things that I knew the Fiore was going to work for, and we've got players like Rob. I mean, it's been on stage with everyone from Janet Jackson to Morris Day and the Time to Jamiroquai to the Beaches to Deep Purple.
Yeah, I was going to say I would.
Simon McBride playing, like, what? I saw a video of him playing Smoke on the Water on a guitar that I helped create, and I was like, what? Like, that's not real. So, thanks, Simon.
And he's amazing.
Unbelievable.
Simon's a great player.
What do you think? Well, what do you,
I kind of live on position 4 and 5.
Oh, cool.
So position 4 for this kind of. It's got that quack that I love. I live there, and for the warmth of position 5. On a gig, they're safe places for me, so I use them all the time. But in the studio, I'm trying out things all the time. I might not use these as much live, but in the studio, it's great to have the tonal variations of doing the parallel thing that it does. Because if I'm overdubbing, I can do one part with one sound, do a double track by just adjusting, trying somewhere else.
Cool. Good to know. The whole point, well, what I mean is that, you know, it has like 11 different sounds, which seems absurd. But the point of the pickups was that they would all work together because we knew, I was like, look, it's got to have all these options. So we didn't want to just sort of like drop rando pickups in and hope it worked. So we designed the pickups all from the ground up so that it would work together. One of my favorite sounds is the kind of blended sound of the neck and the bridge together. I love it for funk stuff. You know, that kind of whole Telecaster-esque sound, I guess.
What is that?
Oh, your guitar does it too.
Yeah, you're
well,
position 1
and 5. Yeah, there it is.
Right.
Yeah, here, play that. You could split this or go serious pedal, and then they'll just kind of like it sort of just gets a little bit of the mid-range out of the way. Yeah. So if you want that almost like direct into the board kind of funk sound,
really quick transient. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Transient.
Yeah.
That's a hip word.
Transient. Bit like my hair.
Hey. But. Yeah, so you know, it had to do a lot of things. Like full humbucker had to. It had to rock, you know, but it also had to sound nice. Too, so. Which sometimes with humbuckers are a little bit too thick or they're too thin, but this one I feel like is right in the middle. You know, and I've talked about this a little bit before, but I actually use the tone knobs on this guitar. A lot of times with SSH or, you know, single coil style guitars, I never use the tone knob. I would just leave everything on 10. But what's cool about these pickups is that when it's full on, it's bright and kind of spanky and stuff like that. But if you roll it off halfway, it just warms it up just enough to where it takes some of that top end off. So just kind of depending on the kind of music you're playing, it's nice to have that flexibility. Oftentimes with single coils in the neck, if you roll the tone up, it just immediately, I don't know, it just sort of dies a little bit.
There's a cut off where it just disappears.
It just doesn't work. But this one I feel like is really... You get a little bit of buzz, but hey, they're real pickups, you know. So it really kind of mellows it out without it getting dark, and it still kind of retains that expression.
Yeah, I find that's because I do a lot of gigs with in-ears as well, so I'm using the tone control a lot on this guitar, especially in the studio. Same thing. A lot of range. Really musical.
Cool.
Which means just more tonal variation, you know. I spent years just playing everything on 10.
Yeah.
And now having that, you know, a nice smooth sweep.
Yeah, I feel like that helps with gain too, you know. Sometimes you want it like really bitey to cut through, but then other times you want it to kind of be a little more smooth. So it's nice having that option. Tone knobs, turns out, they serve a purpose.
Yeah.
Well, I just realized I'm wearing the Fiore t-shirt, which is kind of like wearing the t-shirt of the band that you're in when you're on stage with that band, but I don't really care.
I've got Fiore underpants as well. I'm wearing Fiore pants.
So please excuse the overt advertising. together. All right, cool.